So I can't believe in 2026 that I just watched a documentary called The Myth of ADHD and nobody at Channel 4 in production had the idea to sit down and say, oh, hey guys, we've missed out 50% of the population in this documentary. Yet again, medical misogyny just shines through. They're not even trying to hide it. It's on full display in a documentary that starts off with the classic. There's a little boy at school who can't stop fidgeting. It was just a display of stereotypes that we know is just a tiny part of the story. And yes, hyperactive little boys are part of the story, but they're the only part of the story that's been given any attention. What about the women? What about the girls? Yet again, erased from the fucking story. The girl is not unable to sit still. She's not fidgeting. Some girls are, but a lot of girls have rampant anxiety, have intense rejection sensitivity, can't keep their rooms tidy, are called lazy, are called stupid for their entire lives because nobody is looking for the girl who can't focus, the girl who can't concentrate, the girl who can't do her homework. Emotional dysregulation, the highs and lows, the internalized hyperactivity. Not important, let's just focus on little boys. Could it be because the entire psychiatry industry has been built on the pathologization of women's trauma? Slapping personality disorder labels onto women who are actually traumatized, potentially neurodivergent, and living in a system that barely recognises their experiences. Why not include a broad range of voices in this documentary? Because that means you'd have to have wider conversations about the systems in general, conversations about how much women and girls are being failed. But if you just boil it down to fidgeting little boys and medication, you can carry on with your preconceived notion that ADHD is a myth. Women's issues don't even get noticed until we are no longer functional. You won't notice there's anything wrong with us until we are nearly at the point of death or collapse. But we are never judged or believed by our inner experiences. We are only ever judged by what is shown on the outside, what these so-called experts, the psychiatrists, can tick off in their diagnostic manual. It's no coincidence that there's an epidemic of chronic illness among perimenopausal ADHD women. What do you think a lifetime of masking, a lifetime of being dismissed by the medical establishment does to a woman? A lifetime of being gaslit and told that your symptoms aren't real, that there's nothing wrong with you, that you just have depression, that you just have to try harder and apply yourself. Because psychiatrists are trained to diminish the experience of being a woman. Women who are systemically trained from childhood to keep performing and continue to be functional while slowly fucking dying inside. That is my experience of being a woman with ADHD. But it doesn't make for a catchy documentary, does it, Channel 4? So if this documentary made you feel like your experience isn't valid, I have one thing to say to the documentary makers. Fuck you.